kisses on the door.
Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel, and I know I'm pretty consecutive with my uploads now. It's considering I uploaded a couple of days ago, now I'm uploading again, and it's another thing on the FootWiz website that I found that you could do with squad builders on here. Is basically, you can't see right now because my face is going to be a bit bigger than usual, and I'll put it back in the corner in a sec, but it's going to be legends we all actually want on FIFA in the next coming few years. Some of them will probably be quite a few more years. Others, it could potentially be 1 or 2 more years that we could actually get them on FIFA. So yeah guys, let's get into the video. So yeah guys, the first person we're going to go with, we're playing a 3-5-2, the formation, and I've made a legend. Some of the legends are not in the right position because obviously I couldn't think of certain ones for certain positions. So start off in goal. I've gone for Iker Casillas because obviously everyone who's a football fan knows of this guy. You know of him, the likes of Van der Sar and stuff, of the main keepers. He had a sick career at Real Madrid, now he's at Porto. But I've given him a 90 rated legend card because in my opinion, if he gets a legend card, he's going to be one of the highest rated goalkeepers because he was just pure class at Real Madrid. Yeah, he had a few bad years, but you can't base a legend like him off that. And some of these stats that he has are absolutely crazy, especially his speed for a keeper as well would be absolutely insane. One of the centre backs I'm going to now is John Terry. In my opinion, I don't like him myself, but he is a football legend, he's an England legend, he's even a Chelsea legend. Just the fact that he stayed at Chelsea for all these years, he's done a lot for England, he's done a lot for Chelsea, and I've given him an 88 rated legend card because I do believe if he gets a legend card, he will be... Basically, I'm saying he's kind of on par with Bobby Moore. I know Bobby Moore did a lot more for England than John Terry did, but in this day and age for a defender, John Terry was world class, and I know you're thinking he's got 70 pace. Legends obviously are based off whether he's in their prime and stuff, and John Terry, when he was in his prime, he was a pretty quick defender. Obviously now as he's got older, he's really slow and sluggish, but back then he was actually pretty decent, and this card would actually be a mental centre-back card. Him and Bobby Moore in a foot team would be crazy. Okay guys, we move on to the next centre-back. I've gone with Kolo Touré because he did do the unbeatable with Arsenal. I can't remember what year that was. It was 2004, 2006. I'm not too sure. With Arsenal, and he is a football legend. He's at Liverpool now. He's still doing really good considering of his age at Liverpool, and centre-back this day and age tend to get worse as they go up in age. But Kolo Touré's actually still got the pace, still got the agility as a centre-back to play at his age, and I'm giving it an 86 rated card because obviously he's not as good and probably as big as some of the other players like Terry, like Casillas. But in my eyes, he's still a legend. But his card is one of them cards. It's lower rated, but it's probably better. That would actually probably be better than the John Terry card, even though he's higher rated. That's just how FIFA works. And I put this guy in the centre-back position. I know he's not centre-back, but Andrea Pirlo. Obviously, a lot of people look up to this guy. There's so many memes about him, like no Pirlo, no party. I gave him an 89 rated legend card if EA were to give him a legend card in the future, which I really do think they will once he retires. Whenever he does retire, because he seems like he could probably go on forever. With a lot of these players, actually, I do think they could go on forever. But I do think EA will give him quite a high rated legend card. Also, I give him 95 passing, considering he already has around near 90 passing on his normal card anyway. So I reckon he's going to have a really good card. 60 pace, like I said, in his prime. He wasn't that quick. He was average speed, I guess. So I kind of gave him an average speed of 60. So yeah, let's move on to the next player. Next player is Frank Lampard. Obviously, he's playing in the MLS as well as Pirlo. So I gave him an 88 rated card. Not as high rated as Pirlo because Lampard, in my opinion, was good. But I don't think he was kind of like your Steven Gerrard or your Pirlo or your... I don't know, say your Paul Scholes. Like, Lampard was good, but there's going to be a lot of controversy, I know, in the comments, and stuff. But in my opinion, not just because I'm a Liverpool fan, Gerrard was better than Lampard. That's all I want to say about that matter, but Gerrard was a better player than Lampard. Lampard I gave 88 rated card, like I said, 75 pace, 85 dribbling, 88 shooting, 90 passing. That's an absolutely really good card. So I do think if EA were to give him a legend card, it would be really all-rounded in the kind of situation kind of this one. Now moving to the next card, a lot of controversy. I know people are going to agree, people are going to disagree, but in my eyes, Steven Gerrard was a better player than Frank Lampard. I gave him one rating higher than Lampard. I wasn't going to give Gerrard a 90 rated card just due to the fact that he carried Liverpool a lot when he was there. He won us the Champions League pretty much with his motivation talks, his goals, the way he played. And all around, he was just a class captain. And Lampard didn't really get that consistent captaincy role at Chelsea because of the likes of John Terry, obviously. So Gerrard was more of a leader to me, and he just turned up in the bigger games more than Lampard did for England also as well. So I gave Gerrard an 89 rated card. His card would be mental. 80 plus everything. Pretty much the next Ruud Gullit card it would be. But yeah, guys, just leave a comment down below. Who do you think is better, Frank Lampard or Steven Gerrard? And do you reckon I should give Gerrard a 90 rated card or even lower? I don't think he deserves lower, but if you think that, leave a comment down below. Alright guys, in the next position I gave a legend card to Philipp Lahm, one of the highest rated cards in this team. A 91 rated right back card because he played most of his prime career in right back. Probably the best right back ever in my opinion. Him and Cafu. Probably two of the best right backs ever to play football. Lahm, I would actually probably say, was just that little bit better than Cafu. Cafu was such a good player, don't get me wrong, but Philipp Lahm was just solid. Like, everyone knows of Lahm. He can attack, he can defend, he can pretty much do anything because he now plays in midfield occasionally for Bayern. So he can pretty much play anywhere, and he's just a class player overall, and his stats say pretty much everything. So everything's above 70, but his shooting. Yeah, guys, it's just a class right back in my opinion. And again, this adds another right back to legends, as I believe there's only two right back legends, that's Zanetti and Gary Neville. So this would be an absolutely mental legend card to put into foot. Next card, guys, Antonio Di Natale, the man who got a massive downgrade, pretty much mugged off by EA. They gave him an 8 downgrade on FIFA this year, I do believe it was, for Udinese, and he didn't deserve it at all. He's still a class player, even though his age, but I reckon he'll be the one to probably retire soonish. I don't know whether he's got any plans for retiring yet, but I gave him an 87 rated legend card, 88 pace, 90 dribbling, 89 shooting. Absolutely insane card that would be to use. Pretty much, it's kind of the same as his card on FIFA 13 or 14 or 15, I can't. It was one of them FIFAs, basically his card was insane. This would just seriously make a credible card on foot. Moving on to the final 3 positions, guys, and this first spot is going to be the cam position. I've gone with Kaká. In my eyes, him and Zidane and Gerrard, when I was growing up, were the 3 kind of midfielders because I looked up to, because I kind of like to play midfield in real life, and these Kaká, Gerrard and Zidane were the 3 midfielders I looked up to growing up. It was heartbreaking to watch Kaká pretty much tear apart our team in the 2005 and 2007 Champions League final. Even though we did win in 2005, he was such a class player for AC Milan. And in 2007, again, he ran the show and they got their own back on us. But he's just such a class player overall, and I just had to add him into this team. Next up, guys, is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I think he will be the one who's probably going to go for the longest out of all these players, just due to the fact that he reaches in a statement that age is just a number and he's only just getting started. But I do think if he was given a legend card on Ultimate Team, it would be one of the best cards we have ever witnessed on FIFA. Just look at them stats, potential stats. I gave him a 92. That might be a bit generous, but he's such a quality player. Like, people think he's just big-headed, but he's actually not. He's so clinical with his shooting. He can pretty much score from anywhere because that's a mad trait for a striker. But 88 pace, 90 dribbling, 91 shooting, 90 physical. That's 390 stats on a striker. That would be absolutely mental. And I do think he could potentially get at least 90 rated card if he was to be given a legend card in the future. Alright, guys, the final player of this episode is Francesco Totti. You can't really say much about this guy because, like I said, everyone knows him. Like, if you didn't grow up looking at Totti or knowing of Totti, then you've been living under a rock your whole life, and why are you even playing football if you don't know who he is? This card would be absolutely amazing. He definitely deserves a 91 rated card. He stuck to Roma pretty much his whole career. I think he was there his whole career. I'm not 100% sure. Such a loyal player to his club, scored many goals, helped Roma out a lot in all competitions. Could have left for the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona to win trophies, but chose to stay at Roma because he was dedicated to them, which I have mad respect for a player doing that. It's the same kind of Gerrard. Yeah, he's onto the MLS now, but he stuck with Gerrard all through his prime years and chose not to leave. But Totti did the exact same. He's still there to this day, and I just have a lot of credit for people who do that. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's kind of a bit of a different one. I never knew this FUTWIZ thing. You could kind of make your own cards and do this like it was an actual Ultimate Team. So I might be using this a lot more. Like, I made my team of season prediction video. I'll leave that in the description below. My last upload that was. If you like me doing these things, leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and let me know that you like me doing this. So yeah guys, I'll speak to you guys in a bit.